left to come home, and the car just stopped. Everybody's car's just stopped. I don't know what's happened. I've lost communications, phones are down, got no way of getting hold of anybody. I'm 3 days into the walk home. I've used up my ration packs from my car bug out kit, and I'm down to pretty much salvaging what I can. Yeah, so 3 days in, I reckon there's at least another 5 days of walking before I get home. We've always had an emergency plan. There's a secret place where Kaz will let me know whether she's been evacuated or what's happening, or she'll sit tight. And that's all I can do, is get home. So my 24-hour ration packs, my ball in the bags are gone, and the gas stove ran out of gas. I've abandoned that. Luckily enough, I still had the little wood stove with me. To my left, well within a distance that I can just see and keep an eye on, is the A303, A30 route. That will take me home. So as long as I keep that to my left, I know I'm okay. I have done this route so many times, I know most of the towns and villages on the way. So I'm just going to keep moving. It's pandemonium out there. I'm not going completely stealth, but I'm keeping out the way of other people. We've just been through a very small village, and I stopped outside it and had a look, and I couldn't see anybody. There's nobody there at all, and so I stashed my kit. The only thing I carried in with me was my penknife, and had a look round, and it's been looted. The windows are broken out places. The shop's almost completely empty of anything that's of any use. So I take it it's been abandoned. I don't know why. I've had a route round and managed to pick up a couple of small resources. One thing I did find, which is going to come in handy, saves me having to just rely on my tarp at night. I found a big plastic sheet. I think it's the roof off of a gazebo or something. So I've lugged that out with me. We're at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's March. It's going to be getting dark soon. So I'm going to try and find myself a little place to harbour up. Occasionally, very occasionally, I hear an aircraft go over. I don't know whether to signal to it or not. I think I'm just best keep myself to myself for the moment. And very, very rarely I hear a vehicle. Bear in mind what's happened in that village. I'm not so sure that I actually want to try and contact anybody. So anyhow, I'll come back to you in a bit. I'm going to try and find somewhere nice and quiet, fairly secluded, to bash her up. Make out. Well, here we are. Found our little secluded spot. I'm off the beaten track. Yeah, I'm off the beaten track. Let's get ourselves set up and have a look at what we've got. Right, with a shelter. The shelter we can enclose by putting that round to the front, that round to the front. It's not perfect, but of an old piece of material we salvaged. It's going to keep the rain off. Enough room for my kit, enough room for me to shelter out with a piece of gash, a piece of rubbish somebody's thrown away. So now we've got to think, oh, I've got my shelter, right, I want my water. So what we're going to do, an improvised rain collection system using the poncho. Also acts as a backup shelter if this fails. So away from this spot I would go and set up my poncho, which is what we'll do now. So let's keep ourselves resupplied with water, and one of the problems we have here in the UK, yes, I can filter streams and rivers, but I can't rely on it as being safe. Rainwater is safe. It's March in the UK. It's going to be raining regularly. We're overcast now, so any luck we'll get a bit of rain tonight. Now, it's always in my kit, keep batter roller bank line. Immensely strong, doesn't deteriorate, and this handy kit. You can set up guy lines, trip lines, all sorts with it. Right, two there, that one there, that one there. So, So, as we see, any moisture on this is going to run into the hood, which is what we want. And then the hood itself, we'll cinch up the hood as tight as we can. Then we'll take that section of hood that we've cinched up, take the hood tightening system, do them in opposite directions, and just tie that off. This is going to collect my rainwater. Okay, that's going to be my water source. If I had to, I could then put a loop around here, tie this and peg it to the ground if it was very windy, and that would help hold everything in place for me. So that's water sorted. Right, let's move forward, let's be practical about this. I've got my survival kit on my belt, I've got my escape kit on my belt. Those are last ditch items. I will not go to them until I have no other choice. Okay, so I should go to my bag. Now, on my forage today, through that little abandoned village, abandoned farmhouse, whatever, I just scoot round. Looters take what they think they need. They don't always think outside the box and take what is practical. You can always salvage something in a situation. Okay, so let's have a look at what I can salvage, what I can find, what could be of use to me. Got my bushcraft knife, I've got a cigarette lighter. Keep the cigarette lighter for absolute emergencies. When you're that cold that you can't strike, okay? Go to your ferro rod, use that. It's a resource that's going to last longer. With a little bit of practice you can use. So, whilst I was foraging in this shed, foraging in the shed, there was a little canvas bag like that, worth grabbing. It's a shoulder bag, I can stick kit in it. So in my bag, I got a little bundle of kindling there. I don't think I'm going to need that today, so that goes back in the bag to use for when it's really bad. What I managed to find today is hand sanitizer and a tampon. So I've got to make this fire tonight. I'm going to need it. Keep it simple. In actual fact, I found a handful of tampons and I've grabbed them all. Goes into a plastic bag that's sealable. I can keep it safe. I found in a cupboard, out the way, a tin. It's got no label on it. I have no idea what's in this tin. It's food and it's dated, so you can use that. Another thing I found was a pack of microwavable rice. We've all seen these, so that's going to be my scoff today. Don't waste any part of the tampon packaging. Open it out. Place it in there. Now, before I even think about lighting the fire, this is all damp. It's been wet, cold. So I want the finest pieces, small pieces of wood to get this fire going. I want to take the time, breaking the tips off, and you want the dry tips, the ones that snap. Make sure it's going to fit in your firebox. If it's bendy like that, discard it. You can burn that later. It's not going to help you start a fire. Once you've got a bit of heat on there, it'll go. Work through it methodically, don't panic. It's all about the preparation. It's a reasonable bundle. Some hand sanitizer spray. Ideally, I'd have Vaseline. I have to turn this around, make it easier for myself. There we go. Right. plenty of air around that wood. Okay, as we said in the past, you need oxygen for fire. Whilst that's getting underway and building, I'll start prepping some slightly bigger bits of timber or bits of wood. Yes, the smoke could give me away to the bad guys. It's a risk I've got to take. Put those to one side. I've got 2 coffees left. Put those to one side. In one of the cupboards, things that people quite often leave away, I found some Oxos. Brilliant. I've got Oxos. I've got a drink, hot drink. So, my rice. Not only is this my cooking container, it's my drinking container, it's my clean water sterilisation container. So, what I don't want to do is pollute that. Okay? So that, I'm not going to cook food in. You've all heard me say it before. Don't want that dirty. Some more larger bits of wood before that dies down to nothing. Right, simple meals. Look at that shape. Oh, that feels lumpy. I honestly don't know what's in there. Okay, looks like dog food. I've opened the can. Open the can, punch a hole in the can, do what you can. Right, don't build pressure in this, it becomes an explosive device. Okay, so in reality, I would eat that tonight. Okay? Save that for tomorrow. Yeah. On my long walk home. Helicopter. That could be a good bad sign. Bear in mind, I don't know what's caused this disaster. Never waste your resources, Mick. So, got our heat going, get our pot on, take our rice. Now this is a microwave rice, so it's ready cooked. All in the bag it. Pitch your bag open just a little bit, stopping the air pressure building up in there. Put it in your water. use your resources, think about what you need and how you use it, and also use the whole surface, because this is a survival situation. I know these things are sterile, right? Am I bothered about getting them to a cooking heat? No, it's not wild game, it's not wild plants, it's not something I'm having to sterilise. I'm looking at getting them warm enough to warm my inner core temperature, make me comfortable, make them possibly more edible, and I'm not looking forward to the dog food. But, so, tea tonight will be rice, dog food, and an oxo, wash it down. Whilst we're letting these things cook, let's come back to this ration pack. So let's come back to this ration pack. It's 2006. Okay. So the main meals in it I've discarded because they were pork casserole and a chicken sausage something. I wasn't going to take the risk. What I did have in there when I went through it was the matches, which again gone into my kit for emergency backup. There was a Yorkie bar of chocolate, biscuits, fruit. Let's have a look. These are dated 2026 or 2006. Full wrapping's not damaged in any way. Tastes like a biscuit. It's dry, bland. These things were designed to be stored for absolutely years. There's no sign of any mould or infection or anything. Right. That's carbohydrate. Carbs. Get back to what we need for our bodies. Right. That's fuel. Ration it. I don't care if it goes a bit soggy over the next day or two. I have one now. I'll have one for breakfast. I'll have one through the day tomorrow. Keep fuel in my body. The hot chocolate's not gone hard. It hasn't formed any lumps in there. It's still a powder. I'll save that for when I'm really feeling low. The water I'm using now is what I collected last night. I'm boiling it. Dog food simmering over nicely. Now, survival scenarios. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I know in the UK, all pet food, all dog food, all cat food, has to be past fit for human consumption as well as animal consumption. It's one of the rules. If you don't, turn your nose up at it, you might need it. Right, this will be interesting. 2006. Any of you that were in at that time, you'll remember these, because you won't get them now. Yorkie bar, not for civvies. 2006. Let's have a look. Okay, it's not in bad condition. There's no real whitening. There's a little bit of whitening on it, not a lot. Hasn't melted. So in this situation, I'll have to seed it up, put it away. Sugar, energy, makes you feel better, makes you feel good, keeps your morale up. Now, when we talk about not contaminating with foodstuffs in my tin, what I'm talking about there, I'll make a drink in that and use that as a cup. I'm carrying one less resource. I don't want food in it. Particulates, large particulates, they become a problem. You've got to try and keep them clean. And out here, we haven't got a sink to go to. Just I'm sorting out my admin. Digger. Digger, generic term. Knife, fork or spoon. Used to get into your food. So, as I said before, this, oh no, might be lucky, it's not dog food, I hope. Looks like some sort of stew. Right, there's stew. That's hot. That'll do. My rice. It's warm. Now, I'll just save the rice till tomorrow. What I could do is eat half the rice, eat half the stew, combine the two, seal the bag back up, carry that for a meal tomorrow. But again, just proof of concept. Scavenge also. Onward we go. So I'm here, I'm in the woods. It's my scenario. I've managed to scavenge food, some tin goods, some rice. That's how I'd prepare it. Don't be choosy. It'll take me 5 days to walk home. I'll try and avoid people. I keep off the beaten track, keep to the side of the road, well away from it, 50 to 100 metres out. Observe, watch, move quietly and carefully. It means I'm going to have to detour some big towns. Going to add distance. If I can find more abandoned villages, towns, then I'll see what I can salvage. But I'll always leave my kit outside so I can get back to it, hide it. Yeah, I've got nothing. If I get caught by somebody who's an arse, I'm not going to be a nice person. I haven't got anything on me for them to take other than my penknife. I play the role of lost victim, humanise myself. But I don't want to get into that situation. I can be self-reliant. How do I keep my morale up in this situation? Every little win. Tin of food, it's a win. Getting something inside me, I'm feeling warm. Finding this makes a perfect Lavoo type shelter. Yeah, better. If it's really going to be bad tonight, I can close the front of that in. I can get my poncho. I can get me. I've got my survival bag in there. You've all seen me do it before. Put it on underneath my clothing. I can be relatively warm and comfortable. It's about the little wins. It's about the little pushing forward. The determination. I will get home to my wife and my sons. Practicality of that is they know as much about skills as I do. They'll make the best decision in this situation, knowing that I will make the best in my situation, and we will get together again. I don't know if my part of England's okay, if it's just down here. I don't know what it is. So every night I'll push on, or every day I'll push on. I figured out what this is. It's an Irish stew. Now, you've got to take every win for morale. and push forward. But I'm going to make it through. I know the rules. I know the rules of 3. I got my shelter. I've got my water. I've got my food. I've got my fire source. I can cook. Yeah, alright, some days I might have to go cold. I can eat that tin of food cold. I can eat that rice cold. It'll fuel my body. Won't be as comfortable as I'd like it, but it'll fuel my body. I keep pushing forward. Okay? So that's how I'm going to handle this situation. This scenario. As for the event, you'll have to watch further videos to find out how it goes. Find out if I make it. And find out if I get home. Anyhow, this has been Mick. Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's a little skit. Just to give you some ideas. Yes, I did find this. Okay, it was something I saw on my way up here and I thought, salvage. Okay, everything else here, obviously I bought from home. I have not honestly looted anybody's home. I've not been in anybody's sheds, so I've not been in anybody's gardens. The ration pack is a 2006 ration pack. I got given some ration packs dated 2006. I went through them to see what I could find. I have one at home. If you want to see it, I'll do an opening of it and go through everything in it with you guys, and we'll see how it's all fared in, well, almost 20 years of being out of date. That'd be pleasant. This is just to give you an idea. I'm not an actor, I'm not, as you can probably gather. Yeah, it's a scenario. Play them out in your head. What would you do? And this scenario I will follow on. I will have a think about it. Right? I've positioned myself, as far as I'm concerned, 5 days from home. On foot, with what I can carry, what I can salvage, what I can find. It is mid-March in the UK. We've had snow, wind, rain. Well, when you tip your pot up, watch your spout. We have a warm, sunny day today. However, tonight we're due a frost. It's going to get cold. Cold in my shelter. Might even build up some more firewood. Keep the fire going as long as I can. Getting back to these concrete bits of concrete. They'll heat up. Build the fire on them, heat them up. Just before you crash out, pull it in your shelter with you. Cuddle it. Keep you warm. Yeah? Anyhow, that's been that waffle. It's Mickey, Hampshire Outdoors Survival. Peace and love to you all. Got it the wrong way around today, haven't I? Love those you do, forgive those you don't. Peace and light to you all. Please like and share and comment and all the other good stuff. Hope your day's going better wherever you are. Yeah, see you next time round. It's Mickey, out. Do love an oxo. And I don't mind an Irish stew. I'm so relieved that wasn't dog food. Oh, don't throw the tin away. Never know when you need to make up a little tin cook set. Might even show you how to turn one of those into a cooker. And a good cooker at that. Now, that's enough waffle. Mickey out. Go away, you bugger! I'm trying to film an apocalypse. God, dear. Always when you're trying to film an apocalypse. I bet Ridley Scott doesn't have these problems.